This is how I say hello.
Google Pixel 9 Pro.
This is how I say hello.
We're often told that black fathers are absent in their children's lives.
Too many black men have examples of what they don't want to be and not enough of what they do want to be.
My mum and dad divorced when I was a month old, so I never had a father in my life. We've all come from dysfunction of some kind. So what we're trying to create is a functional family.
My son comes first. It's not even negotiable.
My dad is and was and will always be a giant to me because he's my dad.
We understand in order to rise, we have to build. When we look out onto the world, we're very aware that they're looking back at us.
Listen, my children don't play, you know. If my chicken ain't up to scratch, they won't eat it. Not only will they not eat it, you get cussed out. You get demoted real quick by your own children. And I'm in competition with the two grandmas, mum, and me. And it's beef.
In today's world, many black fathers are navigating the demands of fatherhood while juggling personal and professional commitments.
My name is Marvyn Harrison. I'm originally from East London. My family are Jamaican Antiguan, culturally probably slightly more Antiguan than Jamaican. If you know what that means, then you know what that means. When you frame blackness and fatherhood, you understand it's a very specific mission. It's not just about looking after my kids, it's about being a visual reminder to everybody. Our collective responsibility is to the next generation of black people. And so I don't take it lightly. It's just about making sure we remove some of the burdens that were placed upon us. This is now fourth generation in the country, and it's time for us to start claiming parts of it as our own and to leave a mark. So teaching my children about our last name, it's a brand. We come with values, we don't come aimless.
What was once an overlooked or unspoken space is now being spoken about openly and authentically. Platforms like podcasts and social media play a crucial role in amplifying the voices and experiences of black fathers and bringing visibility to their journeys.
Dope Black Dads is a digital brave space, which means it's a WhatsApp group, Facebook group, where dads can sit and have conversations about everything that's impacting them. There's no judgment.
This is the Dope Black Dad podcast. My name is Marvyn Harrison.
And we just have powerful conversations.
And I wonder if it's our own fault that we've done a massive disservice to ourselves in pretending.
Dope Black Dads is the most intentional thing I'd ever created. And I created it against my will, if I'm being deadly honest. Because all I really wanted was just help. Like, I just wanted a hug, just to be like, we're gonna figure it out. Or you're doing a great job, or just some sort of feedback as to what my reality was.
What's your first memory of Dope Black Dads? Because you were there in the beginning.
That broadcast that you sent, it was on Father's Day. You saluted all the dads that were doing their thing. It's when people started talking about the mental health side of being a dad. That caught me. Like, people just started sharing. It was like, oh, cool, I'm not the only one going through this. And then real support network.
I'm like fighting racism, fighting misogyny. I'm fighting things that are harming our community, but the fight depleted me. I'm getting death threats, or I'm getting racist commenting on my children's pictures. There was no one there but me to deal with those things. I need to be surrounded by people who love me, who affirm me, who remind me of like why I'm doing this. So we need to gather all of the great, amazing black men together and just continue to communicate what you're creating for the world, how you're behaving, all of that.
Being a father is a delicate balance. There's a duality to it. It requires strength, but also an openness, which requires the ability to be tender.
My morning with my kids is the best part. It's so simple, but it's literally the richest part of the whole experience. When they wake up, I'm ironing their uniforms, making them breakfast, prepping them for the day mentally, like checking in, what's the day look like, what's in your bag, What are you looking forward to today? Thinking about anything they told me yesterday. It's like, how are you going to approach it today? And really building that rapport. Looking after a little black girl's hair, you have to learn a whole new suite of information. How often do you wash it? What do you wash it with? How do you dry it? Is it too much heat in the hair? How do you style? How do you maintain? How do you dress it afterwards? My daughter wants ribbons and bows. I am like 20% into my journey. I can do, but there's no excellence. You're not gonna look at it and be like, wow, who did your hair? It's gonna be like, the hair is still together. And then 8:15, and it's like a military drill. They have a countdown. They know we have to be out of the house at all costs.
We'll have enough time because there's no traffic today and there's still 10 minutes to go, okay?
Get in the car and we have a playlist. My kids are singing in the car, which is already magic, like hearing their voice, singing the songs that I was raised up on. And I think that's another part of our community-ness, our blackness, our experience, where transferring that information through song.
So, mate?
My son has a desire for football, so I need my children to understand that, yeah, you can look at Jude Bellingham, for example, and be like, I want to be a football player. And then that's the headline. But after that, the methods are yours, like daily.
So, Blake,
Yeah?
what's your daily commitment? What do you have to do every day to try and get closer to getting to the Premier League?
I usually do 20 kick-ups a day.
Mm-hmm. What else do you like?
And then I also like dribbling.
You're really good at dribbling now.
You get to school and you used to take them to the door of the class because they wouldn't let go of you. To now, you get to the edge of the road and they run off. The confidence to just like go run off into their own little world with their friends. I'm really proud of them. Making friends at school is tough.
Speaking with my daughter when she was about 10 or 11, I realized that she didn't care how much money I had or didn't have. What she needed was somebody who was going to listen to her and understand that she was a human being and not somebody who needed to be protected, but somebody who needed to be listened to.
I want my daughter to be fearless. I want her to have the understanding that as she sees the world, she can recreate it in her own image. And that's my job. It's about who she is and what she can create. I go to parents' evening and like, I have to question if they're my kids. They do everything. They help other people and they're like, I love math, Dad. I love it. It's so amazing. Hey, Dad, can you do a math test for us? And so I'm sitting in the car with my my GCSE grade and they're like, give me another one. Give me another one. This endless like desire for information and education. And you know you have the groundings of people who are better than you at the age you were. I know at some point I become obsolete. I become a vibe because they're gonna do it on their own. And this is why I say the affinity that you have with your children matters. Because at that point when you have nothing to give and you've done your job, they're only gonna visit you if they have love for you. If I get to 60 and they're visiting me intentionally to come and see me, mission accomplished. If not, then I think I've messed up. So the mission is long. I'm very, very lucky because for me, it's the best experience I've ever had.
There is a weight that isn't as visible as the weight that I'm lifting now. But it can be heavier because of the weight on the mind.
In the beginning, it was just giving everything. I can't afford to deplete. And so a lot of it is I have a list of self-care things that I do and engaging for myself. I get manicures, pedicures, facials, massages. And meditation for me is my selfish space. Nobody penetrates that. It just keeps me present. It keeps me powerful in all the spaces I need to be powerful. So to be present, to be active, to be loving, to be curious. It's a period of stillness and weaving your soul and your body back together again. Like my body gets happy when it's happening. Like it knows, it's like, oh, we're gonna do the thing.
The role of a black father is multifaceted. Yes, you have to be a provider, but you also have to be present.
I want my children to see me as love and to know that they're having a loving experience. Even if it comes with rules and guidelines sometimes and frustration, disappointment, it always ends in a hug. That's a part of the big goal. The language I want them to use about me is that he loved us.
So this is what I'm doing for my son's birthday. This is him as a whole bunch of different football players. So I put his face in all these characters. I'm gonna freak you out when you see these on posters everywhere.
We're often told that black fathers are absent in their children's lives. Marvyn's story shows us a completely different perspective, one of love, one of presence, and an unwavering commitment to black fatherhood.
Dear Ocean and Blake, your dad is incredibly proud of you. Your dad is very present to the amazing people that you are. You are enough already, and I will do everything I can to be present for you as long as you want me here. Thank you so much for the gift of being your dad.
We love you, Dad.
This is how I say hello.
Google Pixel 9 Pro.
This is how